This is Unit 5, Gender Discrimination in the Workplace in Pakistan. We discussed 4 paragraphs yesterday, and from those previous paragraph 1 to 4 previous paragraphs, we got a lot of information about the gender discrimination in the workplace in Pakistan. Now we have to move forward, and we have to see, and we have to read out other different paragraphs of this unit. Then we have to link this information with our practical life as well. So we should start from this paragraph 6.1 paragraph of this unit, that is, after informal interviews with Pakistani women who are serving in national and multinational organization. In these paragraphs, the practical examples of the women are given who face gender discrimination in their practical and in real life. From the previous paragraphs, we got a lot of information about the gender discrimination in the workplace in Pakistan. We got the information that Pakistan is a patriarchal society where male dominate and women is dominated by men. Women are marginalized and subjugated by their men. They are victimized and they face a lot of violation in their life. They are not giving the basic rights in their life. They do not have the right to go for the education. They do not have the right to take any decision of their life. And we got the practical examples from the example of the Punjab province, where the city of the Gujranwala is discussed, where 25% seats are vacant for the women, but there is not a single woman who can come and can join and fill all of these vacant, all of any one vacancy are from these seats. The reason behind this is that women are not allowed to go out of the home. They are not allowed to get the education in their life. This is why women's position is very pitiable in Pakistan, and women live the miserable life in Pakistan. Women live the miserable life not in their domestic at their domestic level, but they live the pitiable and miserable life in the outer world as well. Now, in this paragraph, the examples of those women who are working in the different type of the fields in different regions, they are interviewed and they share their experiences, that how and they are living the life and which type of the issues and the problems they are facing in their life. So in the very starting in this paragraph, it is written that the interviews are taken from those women, Pakistani women, who served at the national and national and multinational organizations. It was discovered that often women have to face gender discrimination in the workplace. A woman sales agent of an insurance company shared her observation that women themselves are scared of coming out of their homes. Now the example is given, and the example of a woman is given who works in an insurance company as a sales agent, and who shares her experiences that women are very much afraid and scared to come out of their homes. She mentioned that she was divorced because the nature of her job is such that she has to interact with people. While her husband never wanted this kind of the social mixing, it is a mental psyche of Pakistani men that they do not like the interaction of their women with the other men or the strangers. They do not like that their women talk to other men of the home or the house. They do not like the social interaction of their women. This is the reason that the lady who works in an insurance company is divorced just because of the nature of her job. And the nature of her job was to have the interaction with the other people in that particular area where she was working. And it is unacceptable for men, and especially for the husband, to bear and tolerate the mixing and the connection and the interaction of the wife and another stranger man. So as a consequence, the woman is divorced just because of the nature of her job. If we see the other side of this example, we can see that there are many men as well in our daily life who have the interaction and the connection and the social mixing with other women as well, but their women cannot hold these men. they cannot stop, they cannot restrict their men, that why they are having the connection and the interaction with other women. If their women are not allowed to have the social connection and the social contact with other women, then why men should have the social contact and the social mixing with other women? Because all should be the equal and all should have the same rights. If women is not allowed to have the social mixing with the strangers or with the other people who are working at the same region, at the same field, then it should be applied for the men as well, that they should not have the interaction and the social mixing with the other women except their wives. But we can see the double standards in our society, where man has a different type of the criteria, different type of the rules and the regulation, while women have the different type of the criteria to live a life, and they have the other type of the rules and regulations to follow. And all of those rules and regulations are made and motivated and encouraged by the society and the men of the home and the men of the outer world as well. She further added that women need to cast away their fears to gain economic independence and face the hurdles coming their way, whatever they are. This is the only way to remove disparity. Now, the sales agent who works in an insurance company, she shared her experience that why she is divorced just because of the nature of her job. She then encourages and gives advice to the other women that the woman should be economically independent. She shouldn't depend on the other in the form of the financial resources. Women should be independent. She should have whole. She should earn. She should have whole on the economic resources. She should earn by herself, so that she cannot go for the begging. She can. She shouldn't go in front of their men for the economic resources. And she says that the sales agent says that it is not easy to live a life. There are many problems, many issues and complexities and hurdles and restrictions that come in our path, but women have to struggle a lot. They have to face those hurdles and restrictions very boldly and courageously in order to live a life. They should not be afraid from all these issues and the problems, that these issues and the problems will not give space to them to live a better life. She shares her experiences, and she says that if women want to live a better life, then they should have to face all of these problems bravely and courageously. This is the only way to remove disparity. She says that this is the just one way, one method and the strategy through which the disparity and the discrimination can be removed, can be ended, and can be finished. Then further explanation is given there. Another woman working as a relationship manager of Bank of Punjab supported the opinion expressed by the sales agent that the hardships of the working women are multiplied. They are expected to work more than men to prove themselves. She shared her view, stating that financial independence had attracted her, so she had decided to work. So another woman is also interviewed. She works in the one of the Bank of the Punjab, and she says that those who are working women, they are facing lot of issues. Their problems are multiplied. Their problems are double. She says that women, it is expected from the women to work, to do hard work, to do more hard work as compared to the men. If we analyze the working woman and working man in the Pakistani context, we can say that those men who are working in the office, they are paid fairly as compared to the women. And it is also expected from women that they should do double hard work as compared to the men, because it is the misconcept of our society and in our men's mind as well, that women do not have the intellectual abilities and capabilities. They cannot work in a proper way, so that they have to prove themselves by doing hard work and by doing double type of the work as compared to the men. So all of these expectation and all of these all of this mentality and the psyche of the people and the people and the society highly impacts on the reputation of women and their identity and recognition as well. The woman who is interviewed here, who works in the Bank of the Punjab, she says that she has she's doing the job just for the financial attraction. She says that she wanted to become an independent lady, and she wanted to have a financial independency. And due to the financial independence, she is attracted uh, towards the job, and she's doing job just for the sake of the financial issues, or the finance, or we can say she's working there for earning money. Then we have other explanation given here. One of the female executives of an NGO commented that men do not respect the working women, and therefore many working women face real problems in getting marriage proposals. She expressed the view that the family institution should be made stronger so that women could get support from their families to face the world. In this paragraph, 2 to 3 important things are discussed here. In the very starting, it is discussed that there are many NGOs. There are female executive of an NGO. One of the female who works in the NGO, and she shares her experience, and she says that working women are even not given respect. They are not even considered as an important part of the society and the country, an important part of life, but they are not even given dignity, honor, and respect. So their respect, their personal life, their complete life, we can say, is impacted and affected due to the gender discrimination. And these working women face a lot of issues and problems in their life, personal life, we can say. Their marriage proposals mostly in the marriage proposals, mostly women face a lot of issues. Those women who are especially working, and their personal life is completely sometimes destroyed and destructed as well. And another thing, another information that is discussed here, that if you want to remove and if you want to decrease this gender discrimination, then the family institution should be stronger. If the family institute is the strong, then nobody can create and nobody can raise the question for the gender discrimination. See, family is the is the basic institute of our life, where we all live together, where we are grown up, where we learn each and everything of the life. That is why family, it is said, families should be stronger, should be made as stronger, who support their women. If families are strong and they do not create the concept of the gender discrimination within their home, within the four walls of the home, and all people are treated equally within the one family, then the concept of the discrimination or the disparity cannot be created, cannot be uh, motivated. See, in the family, what happens in the family? Basically, in the family members live together. And in the family members, there are boys and the girls, man and the woman. And it is a family from where our earlier life is completely impacted and affected. See, whenever we are born, whenever girls and boys are born in any family, and in that family, it is not the fashion in that family that treats boys and the girls differently. but boys and the girls are treated equally, and it is not fit in the mind of the boys that they are the head and the masters of the family, and it is not their responsibility to do the home chores, and to go for the washing clothes, and to go for washing the utensils. And if they are trained in such a way that it is not only the responsibility of the woman to do the domestic type of the tasks, but it is also the responsibility of the man as well, and the boys as well, to help others. And all men and women, boys and the girls, are equal in the sight of the God, and there is no discrimination, there is no difference between man and the woman. But we all have to live together, we all have to take care of each other, we have to live together, uh, mm, uh, through the love, through the feelings. At that time, the good type and the good concept about the man and the woman and their position, and the girls and women and their position, can be created. So from the first institute, that is a family institute, if the upbringing of the children in such a way where gender discrimination is not motivated, where gender equality is motivated, from that point, from that day, the concept of the gender discrimination can be removed easily. But there are many families as well where boys are given more respect, more honor as compared to the girls. Boys are allowed to go for the education, boys are allowed to have the dominant power and to rule over the girls. Boys have the right to give orders and commands to their girls, and boys are considered as the essential and the important part of the home, and it is expected from the girls to obey and to follow whatever the boys and whatever the men of the home say. Then the concept of the gender discrimination is motivated at that time, because from the very beginning, from the very start, we are encouraging gender discrimination by creating such type of the standards, by creating the boundary line between man and the woman, boys and the girls. But if all are treated equally, then the concept of the gender discrimination can be easily removed. So we can say family institutes should be strong, so that these institutes support their women. And when women are supported from their families, then it becomes very much easier for them to face the hardships of the world boldly and courageously. But all of this upbringing directly and indirectly affects on the life of the woman. So the family institute should be made stronger, so that the woman could live a better life, and women could support their families, and women can easily face the hardships and the restrictions of the world. Now, there is further explanation, that is, in contrast, the comments of female advocate from Gujranwala, but through light on the changing values of Pakistani society. Now there is another woman who is advocate, and she shares her experiences, that she says that in Pakistan values are changing nowadays. She commented that the tolerance level in middle class families has increased. She has the views that in middle class families now tolerance level is increasing. Besides this, the limited resources and increased financial demands of the families have compelled male members of many families to encourage women to work. She adds other concepts as well, that there are families which are facing financial issues, and for the support of the families, they are allowing their women to go for the work, they encourage their women to work outside. So the good type of the example is given here from the Pakistani context, from the Gujranwala, the city of the Punjab, where it is says that, where it is explained that in the very starting, that the tolerance level and the patience level of middle class is increased now. And another thing is that the nowadays, due to the financial issues and due to the inflation as well, and due to the limited resources, women are also encouraged and motivated to work outside and to support their families. and it is male as well who allow their women and who motivate their women to go outside and work there in order to compensate the financial issues and the problems. So this is also the fact and the reality of our society. In the diverse environment of Pakistani society, female empowerment has different meanings for women from different parts of the country. Women empowerment have the different type of the concept. What is the women empowerment? Women are the female empowerment. Female are the women empowerment is to make or to give power to the woman. How much power is given to the woman, how much authority is in the hands of the woman or is in the control of the woman. It is says that in Pakistan, in our country, there are different regions, and in each and every region, female empowerment have different concepts and ideas due to the change of the Pakistani society and Pakistan environment. However, the Pakistan's status is always lower than the male partner. However, the woman's status is always lower than the male partner, and it is also reality. One of the realities that woman's status and position as compared to the man is always lower and decreased in front of the man. She is underprivileged in getting education, food, and health care, and in her freedom to choose her life partner, number of children, and other essentials of life. Now, the different issues and the problems that are faced by the woman are discussed here. That she is not given the right to go for the education. She is not even given the good type of the food. She doesn't have the amenities and the resources for the health care, and even she is not allowed to express herself and to choose her life partner as well. The decision of the marriage life are also taken by the men of the home. It is the men of the home, the master or the head of the family, who can choose anyone for the marriage of the girl. But girls do not have the right to select a life partner on their own choice. So all of these issues are faced by the women, and number of children, there are women as well who do not have even control to to reproduce their children. It is on the wish of the man that whatever they want, they have to do each and everything, and they can do each and everything. So nothing is in the hands of the man. It is each and everything is in the hands of the woman. It is in the each and everything is in the hands of the man, and it is a man who can control the life of the woman. And without the if a woman wants to make her life meaningful and purposeful, at that time she needs the side of the man. If there is no man in the life of the woman, then her life is meaningless and purposeless. In order to make a life meaningful and purposeful, a woman needs a man in her life. No wonder Pakistan is among those countries where women live shorter lives than men do. According to the Pakistan demographic is the population of the census and health survey. There are 108 men for every 100 women. This, however, is an improvement compared to the 1950 figure of 117 ratio 100. So here the practical example is given there that the dying ratio of the woman is also increased, and as compared to the men, the woman lives the shorter lives because of the previous issues and the problems that we discussed there, that they do not go for the education, they do not have the good type of the amenities and resources for the healthcare and other type of the issues as well. So Pakistani women are facing lot of issues and multiple type of the issues in their practical life. The unfavorable ratio is mainly a consequence of the excess mortality of young girls and young women of childbearing age. Mortality rates for women in their 20s are twice as high as those for men of the same age. Now, the reason is given there why the women are living shorter lives as compared to the men. It is says that women are married in earlier life, and when they are married in earlier life, then they produce and then they rear different children as well. And from the very young age, when these girls and the women become pregnant and they go for the deliveries as well, and they do not have the good type of the food and do not have the health good type of the health amenities and resources at that time, or at the time of the delivery, most of the girls lose their lives. That is why the mortality cases within the Pakistan are increasing, and these mortality cases of the women occurs at the age of the 20s, and these mortality rates of the women are high as at the age of the 20s as compared to men, because women are facing a lot of issues and the problems in their life. When these women give birth to their children, at that time they need a lot of uh, they need a lot of care, love, and good food and good health amenities and resources, but they are not given all of these rights and all of these basic amenities. That's why these women die at the very young age. I want to give more facts and the figure revealing the state and lamenting the status of the women in Pakistan. The one who has written this article, because actually this is an article that is taken from the Dan newspaper, and this article reveals the position and the status of the woman within the Pakistan. That is why the writer is saying, I want to give more facts and the figures about the status and the reputation of women, and I want to lament on the position of the woman in Pakistan, but I will refrain myself from doing so, as I do not wish to promote the common mistaken notion of equating gender with women's deprivations only. The writer is saying that most of the time it is said that people who start writing and who want to raise the voice of the woman, they write such type of the articles and such type of the examples, and they say that they are talking for the gender equality, but the writer is saying that he doesn't want to promote this misconcept and the misidea, the misnotion, that he wants to create a gender equality within the Pakistan, and he wants to decrease the women's deprivation. Of course, gender includes and encompasses men too. He says that gender is not just the men. Basically, it is considered gender is just the man. Gender is more than the men. It encompasses men too. Men are as the masters of the woman's destiny in a patriarchal society, assumes a critical role and heavy responsibility for changing the face of this miserable situation. The writer is saying that this all miserable situation can be changed from the side of the men. Men are considered as the master of women's destiny. Women's destiny, women's life, women's career, each and everything is decided by men. It is the man who controls the complete life cycle of the woman. It is the man. It is the man who decides what the woman is going to do. It is the man who decides what the woman is what type of the issues and the problems a woman is going to face. So each and everything is in the hands of the man. Complete life cycle of women revolves around the man. We can say women are the electrons that revolve around the nucleus. Nucleus is the man, and the women are the electrons. They surrounds completely around the man. Whatever the man wants, women have to follow. Women have to do each and everything, and the wishes and the choices of the men. So nothing is in the hands of the woman. Everything is in the hands of the men. So men can control, men can have the grip over the life of the woman. Not only in Pakistan, but in most parts of the world, men are social gatekeepers and are entitled to certain privileges by virtue of their superior duties. It is also explained here that not only in Pakistan, but in the other parts of the world as well, women are facing a lot of issues and the problems in their life, and they are considered, it is expected and it is demanded from the women and the men as well, that men are the social keepers, and they have to assign, they have to do the superior type of the duties and responsibilities and tasks in their life. It is incumbent on them to identify, understand, and analyze the socially determined discriminatory rules and roles of both women and men. And now it is in the hands it is in the approach of the man to understand the this discriminated role of the man and the woman, and analyze and understand and try to adopt and try to accept the identities of the man and the woman separately. The need of the hour is to define, interpret, and apply gender in a purely Pakistani context. Only then will be able to reduce the disparities and the losses in major areas of national development. So the writer is trying to conclude the article here. This is the conclusion of the article, and he is saying that it is in need of the time to interpret and see the gender and purely in the Pakistani context, and try to reduce these disparities so that the national development can be increased. Because due to all of these gender discrimination or the disparities, a nation cannot develop and cannot progress in a proper way. If any nation wants to develop and progress and want to go for the growth, at that time they need to create the equalities among each other, such as education, economy, and health. In all of these fields, all should be equal, all should be given same right, so that each and everyone can live a proper life. Converting the gaps into gains in such areas would take us a nation on the path to development. If we want to remove the gaps between the GANs and between the man and the woman, at that time we can see that the nation can develop, and we can lead towards the path of the development as well. Now we are given here 4 questions, and these questions are taken from this articles, and you can give the answers of these questions by reading the previous passages and the paragraphs, by understanding their position, by understanding their meaning, and you can give the examples from your own practical life as well if you want to give. Number one question is, non-governmental organizations or NGOs claim that they support gender equality, but really this is a superficial impression and not a reality. This is one of the statement. You have to prove that the NGOs are not really working here in order to remove the gender disparity, but they are here just in order to show the fashion. They are here to impress the world, but their practical approach, but their performance is nil. We cannot see any progress and development in the life of the woman due to these NGOs and these different organizations. Number second question is, what are some of the problems faced by working women in our society? We have discussed lot of issues and the problems that working women are facing. You have to give list of all those problems here, and you can bring the other examples as well from your practical life. If you want to give the example from this article and this unit, then you can give the examples and the explanation from this book as well. Pakistan, number third is, Pakistan is a male dominated society. This is just one statement. You have to prove that Pakistan is a patriarchal society, and how Pakistan is a patriarchal society, then you have to explain each and everything here. Number fourth question is, what steps can be taken in order to minimize the effects of the gender discrimination in Pakistan? How gender discrimination can be removed, and what type of the effects of the gender discrimination has in Pakistan, and how can we remove this impact of gender discrimination in Pakistan? We have to give list of those steps through which that gender discrimination can be minimized in the Pakistan, and through which the effects of the gender discrimination can be reduced within the Pakistan. So all of these questions are taken from this unit 5. Unit 5, gender discrimination in the workplace in Pakistan. You have to give answers of all these questions by reading all these different paragraphs of this unit. You will get lot of information from this unit, and you can take the example from your practical life.